Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD5. So guys, finally I have come up with a strategy to complete River Rapids on Impoppable in Mastery Mode. But you're gonna have to follow a specific strategy and setup to make this gameplay happen, and survive the 85 rounds. And I'm gonna explain briefly what you're gonna be needing to. So talking about special agents, you're going to be needing, of course, one farmer, but I normally use it for every gameplay. Then you're going to be needing 2 tribal turtles. You're going to be needing 1 pontoon. And then, depending on how the rounds play out, you may need 3 or 4 super monkey storms. All right. So all these special agents, it's better. Well, not it's better, but it's fundamental to have them unlocked to the pro version. So the farmer get the pro unlocked, the turtles get the pro unlocked, and the same for the pontoon and the super monkey storms. And the strategy really depends on this. So depends on the fact that you have those special agents to pro unlocked. Then another thing that you're going to be running with is going to be the lab upgrades. Everything that you can. And then, as it is for special buildings, you're going to be needing 2 different special buildings. You're going to start off with the Dark Monkey special building. It's very important to have it at level 4. So you need the 4 upgrades in this. And then after round 37, so after the camo leads appear, after the end of round 37, you're going to switch. You're going to exit in the home page, you're going to change the special building and you're going to get the bloonchippers special building. Okay. In the mobile version, you can actually exit from a gameplay, save it, then change special building, re-enter it, and then you get like the special building, the new special building on the fact. So that's cool. And the minimum and the level that you need for the bloonchipper special building is actually level 3. So you don't need it level 4. You only need it level 3. And so what I've said until now is all the requirements that you're going to be needing for this strategy to beat River Rapids in order for it to work out. So counting all the special agents that you're going to be needing is going to be 350 monkey money with 3 super monkey storms used, or if you use 4, you're gonna be using 400 monkey money. That's definitely, well, that's 100 monkey money less than getting an injection. But the gameplay is gonna be a lot, closer. And I'm gonna show you now how to really exploit every single part of this game, how you can exploit the special agents, how you can exploit, the farms, selling, replacing, and so on. So be prepared for that. And this gameplay is gonna be probably longer, but I want to really explain everything in detail because the strategy I have come up with is really, really good. And that's why I want to share it, with you guys. And I'm really proud of it. So yeah. So the 2 best spots for the start of this track to place the turtles are actually those 2 spots. That is because this track is hard. Even if it's an intermediate track, it's particularly hard because there's going to be 2 paths here coming from the very far away. So you can place towers like in the between, so you can attack both of the paths. They're gonna cross over each other, then they're gonna be very far away from each other once again, and then they're gonna come close to each other at the end, and then they're gonna exit. So there isn't really good spots for having good piercing, other than these 2 islands. So this island, this rock here, and this rock here, because I don't know if you can see it, but the turtle here is focusing the balloons coming from that path there because it's closer, and it gets also some good piercing because it's attacking the balloons like in a straight line. But also if the balloons pass, you know, like they do this, the turtle can still get some piercing going because it's going to attack in another straight line, you know, like this. So it's like 90 degrees here and 90 degrees here. That's why these two spots are good, and also they're good because the turtle is going to also protect if some balloons from this side are going to pass, so they're going to reach this, you know, this area here. The turtle is going to still be able to at least attack the balloons and proc some piercing also in this direction, and the same goes for this one. So as you can see here, 90 degrees, you know, these three directions that make the turtles, you know, have always some good piercing going on, and that is going to be very important for the strategy. So I started with the Dark Monkey special building. So you start with one free Dark Monkey, and I'm going to be using these Dark Monkeys especially until round 37, because I'm going to use them to spot the camolith balloons, but also I'm going to use them to have a good piercing, because with the 2-3 upgrade it's not really expensive and you get really nice popping power with the 2-3 Dark Monkeys. So yeah, very important here at the beginning, farms. So there are actually 4 spots for the farms in this map. There is one rock here, another one here, another one here, and another one here. In this game I'm gonna be running with 3 farms, but as you're gonna see, I'm gonna be exploiting the fact of selling to get an upgrade of another farm and so on. I'm gonna really abuse that because if you do maths, at 1-0 farm gives to you 3 bananas, that is 120 cash, right? A 2-0 farm gives you 7 bunches of bananas, so 4 bunches more than a 1-0 farm, and therefore it's better to have 1 farm 2-0 than having 2 farms 1-0, right? Because with 2 farms 1-0 you get 6 total bunches of bananas between the 2 farms. Instead, with one farm 2-0 you get 7, so it's 1 bunch of bananas more. It's 40 cash. If you do this for every single farm that you're gonna get, you're gonna be earning at the end a lot of cash. So here we go. I could place the farm in before the round ended, so I'm gonna wait for the 80 bonus cash here. Every little cash counts in this gameplay. Even if you can't place the farm, it's pretty hard to place it before the round ends. Sometimes myself, while I trained, you know, this strategy, I couldn't place it. But the important thing here is watching the upgrades. So for example, in this case, getting this farm 2-0 is gonna cost 1680 cash. Selling this farm is gonna give me 1.18 cash, all right, almost 1.2k. So I have to be very careful when I have enough cash so that I can sell this farm and I can get this one 2-0 before a new round begins, then I'm good to go. So that's pretty much the rule. That's the pontoon, that another special building that you're gonna be needing to place. And the pro version, you need the pro version because with the pro pontoon, every tower on top of it is gonna get increased range, as you can see here. And you're gonna be placing one farmer there that this farmer has to cover both of these farms under its range, but also very important, he has to cover a part of this side of the track there, because the farmer is going to be a very important part of the strategy, because the bananas that he's going to shoot at the middle of the track are going to send the balloons backwards. And actually here is a point where the balloons come from 2 different directions, so the balloons, it doesn't matter from where they're going to come, they're going to get distracted. So yeah, let's go. So this first round You have to be, as I said earlier, careful about the cash. So in this case, I have 559 cash. So if I sell this one, I'm gonna have 1.678. So 1678. So that's not enough to get this one upgraded, and I can really sell anything else. So I'm gonna have to get the 3-0 upgrade here. I'm just doing the maths with you so you can understand what's going on, you know, on the screen. Okay, now definitely I can sell this farm here to get this one 2-0. And not only that, I can sell this one, get this one 2-0, and then I can replace another farm and get it 0-0. So I'm gonna get a total of 9 bunches of bananas. So because I'm gonna get one farm 2-0, 7 bunches, and one farm 0-0, 2 bunches. So a total of 9 bunches. And remember, if you have the sell price, so the lab upgrade sell price maxed out, this is gonna be even more convenient to do. And of course, when you have the chance, always place the farm before the round ends, so you get, you know, that extra 80 cash. Okay, it's round 12, so I got another free dart monkey. I'm gonna place it exactly here behind this turtle. Okay, here we go. Next round here, I got already the bonus cash from the farms. Okay, here we go. So 1-0 upgrade. Okay, let's see here if I get enough cash to get a farm before the round ends. Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna get enough cash at the end. So let's place another farm there, 0-0. And now again, careful to how much cash you get at the end. If I'm gonna get enough, if I get like 1.5k, I mean 500k, selling this to get this one 2-0 should be enough. So in this case is enough. So I'm gonna just sell it, get it. It's very important to get the upgrades before, you know, you start another round. Otherwise you're gonna start with less bananas. So here we go, 2 farms 2-0. Okay, I may get here. Here we go, another farm before the round ended, so I'm gonna get extra 80 cash. And I can get this one here, 1-0. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna only run with 3 farms. So I think at this point here it's better to just upgrade the last one that I need to upgrade and just leave everything else to be, you know. So I'm gonna upgrade this one to 0. As you see, before round 20 begins, I'm gonna have 3 farms to 0, and that was mainly because I exploited the fact that with all the farms, you can sell them, you know, to get the 2-0 upgrade first, and cool. So as you saw there, I upgraded the bottom dart monkey to 3, and that is gonna be also a rule. Always upgrade first the towers that you're going to be placing on the bot side and then on the top side, because more balloons will come out from this direction. So it's better to have a better defense in this position here than having in the other one. Especially this is going to be valid when talking about bloonchippers. So next step is getting a village. Of course, the village is gonna get placed on top of the pontoon, so it's gonna get the range, the base range even greater. And you have to place this village in a way that you can cover 1 farm. All right. So as you can see here, this farm now has the cost reduced. And you also have to cover most of these 3 rocks, because these 3 rocks are gonna be the rocks where I'm gonna be placing all the towers, the offensive towers, well, most of the offensive towers. And therefore, you know, having the towers under the range of a village is going to lower their upgrades cost. And that, of course, is going to be a good thing. So now, after this, you should be, if you get a ninja like here, it should be in range of the village. So to get the cost reduced, even though you can't see, because the village is going to be 0-0, you can see if the ninja is inside or outside the range. But trust me, if you get it, if you place it the closer that you can to the right side, you should be in range. So just place it there. Next step is getting a 3-0 farm. Actually, I may get here, yeah, 3-0 farm. Because it's only around 26, so I should be defending this. Here we go, 3-0 farm. After the 3-0 farm, you get to upgrade the other, that monkey that you placed on the top side this time. Here we go, pretty much like that. And now before round 30, you should have another free dark monkey. So, you know, just place it in a spot where you can be useful to the, where you can cover, you know, some part of the track, just like that, you know. And get another farm, 3-0. Pretty much like that, you know. After round 30, get the ninja 2-1. And if you can, get the 1-0 upgrade for the village. Okay, here we go. So just continue here. You don't really need anything else for these rounds. You should be able to survive perfectly. You should have another free dark monkey from the special building. So in this case, I just like to place it in some spots that you know that can be useful. In this case, this track has pretty bad spots, so there isn't really a lot of spots, of good spots. So that's pretty sad, but whatever, you know. So do another round. Actually, I may have, yeah, probably upgrading this farm 3-0 would have been better. But whatever, at this point here, before round 35, you should have enough cash to get a factory. And so you should get it. Like this. And use all the cash that you get from the factory here. Before of getting it 4-2, you know, get first the ninja 3-2. And then, you know, start getting the cash to get the factory 4-2, pretty much like that. Here we go. So now I have a factory round 35, and if you think about it, you know, normally I would have a lot more of rounds until I can get the factory. But right now, because I exploited the fact that getting, you know, the special agents and so on early, I could survive. And at this point, there is really two things that you need to do. First is reaching round 37 without placing any other tower. Like that. After you finish round 37, you have to click the button home here. Your progress is gonna get saved. Go to special buildings and choose the bloonchipper special building. Here we go. You need this special building only to be level 3, so you don't need level 4. And the bloonchipper special building is going to be important mainly because of the cost. The cost reduction for the bloonchippers and upgrades of the bloonchippers are going to be an essential part of the overall strategy, you know. And at this point, I don't know why, but when you exit and you come up again, it's like the pontoon effect ends. And therefore, in order for the village to have the range increases once again and for the ninja to work out, you have to actually sell the village, replace it once again. And now can you see that the ninja, the cost is reduced? So I don't know why there is this interaction with when you exit and you re-enter the map, but now you know it, so you're gonna be doing this. Get the ninja for 2. And now you have to place 1 bloon chipper in the bottom side here, the closer that you can to the top side, so you can also sneak another bloon chipper beneath it. So let's see, like that, you know, strong. And start upgrading it, you know. And just do the rounds, and every little cash that you're gonna get from the factory is gonna be cash that you're gonna be using to upgrade this bloon chipper for 2. So here we go, for 2 upgrade, done. Always be careful about the ceramics. Sometimes the farmer is not gonna shoot the banana basks fast enough. So you should have some trouble, you know, with that. Now, get another bloon chipper in the top side. Just 0, 0 this time. All right. Get the village to 1. And now prepare to use a lot of rod spikes. This round is at the end where 4 mobs are gonna come out. And you have to use your rod spikes on the mobs that are gonna come up in the top side. So not the mobs from here, because they're gonna get sucked in by the bloon chipper, but the mobs from here. The reason this bloon chipper is not upgraded yet, so yeah, so go slow, you know, you don't need to go fast. Prepare already the rod spikes there, and as soon as the mobs come out, start spamming the rod spikes on top of the mobs until you can pop the layer, because once you pop the layer, the ninja is gonna start proccing destruction of them, and the bloon chipper is gonna start sucking them in, and that's GG, you know. You don't need anything else other than that to survive. So that's the main thing that you wanna do, you know, first. Then, with all the cash that you're gonna be getting in these other rounds, you will start getting another bloon chipper, so the top side bloon chipper this time for 2. And sometimes, you know, you get enough cash, some other times you don't get enough cash, but the main goal here is trying to have for round 43 2 bloon chippers and 1 glue gunner. So in this case, for example, I got 2 bloon chippers, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to place a glue gunner. I have to sell this. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, for example, I can get it 2-2. So start the round again, go slow, but this time prepare a super monkey storm, because this round is gonna have 7 mobs. So if you can't pop them, if you see anything weird happening, like ceramics passing through, a lot of balloons, you know, that you can defend, just use a super monkey storm. Don't be afraid of using it. In this case, I see just some balloons here in the top side, so I'm gonna use rod spikes instead. But yeah, you know, round 43 is one of those really subtle rounds where you may survive perfectly or you may lose, depending on how the bloon chippers suck in the ceramics or the mobs and so on. So yeah, here we go. Get the glue gunner 2-2. Now, very important, the next step for the strategy is getting a 2-3 ace tower somewhere here in range of the, here we go, of the village, and getting another ice tower there in range, and you're gonna be getting here a 3-2 ice tower and a 2-3 ice tower, and you're gonna combo them. So you're gonna be able to get, you know, the extra slow, especially from the 3-2 ice tower. I'm just waiting here to get it first. So I'm gonna get first the 2-3 ice tower, and then I'm gonna get the first the 3-2 and then the 2-3, you know. So that's it. And this tower is gonna be very important because in all this part of the track here, the balloons are gonna get slowed like to death. And having a 2-3 ice tower there to combo it is gonna give you, you know, that time that you really need to pop the balloons on the track. Like that. Here we go. Next step that you have to do before round 50 is getting a 3-0 bomb, a 4-2 bomb, sorry. And also for this round here, round 47 is another one of those rounds where, depending on how things go, you may survive good or you may lose. So in this case, I'm just here prepared with my finger on the super monkey storm, you know. Okay, just a green here, so I think I may be able to... Okay, nice. Well, it worked out well. So here we go. After you get the ice towers and a 4-2 bomb and a 3-2 bomb actually here, the next step is getting more bloonchippers, because the bloonchippers, especially with the level 3 upgrade in the special building, all the balloons that are gonna get speeded back from the bloonchippers are gonna get slowed, and that also applies to the mobs. So very important to have these bloonchippers there, at least 2 of them for each part of the track. So I got now 2 in the bottom side. And again here, this round 49, another round where you may have, you know, prepared to use the super monkey storm. I don't think I may need to use it, but because I now have the ice towers that really are destroying the balloons. But always be ready to use them, because sometimes, I don't know, like randomly the balloons pass through and, you know, you have a ton of ceramics to deal with, and yeah, that's just bad. Here we go. So this is round 50. Round 50 is where things start to get a bit complicated, because you start to need a lot of things of towers at the same time, and you don't actually have the monkey money to get all of that. I need to get this village 2-3 because I need to start doing damage to the frozen balloons with the ninja and with the glue gunner too. But you know, there's not a guarantee that you'll actually be able to do that. So 2-3 glue gunner, you know, I'm gonna get the 2-2 village here. Probably next I'm gonna get the bomb 4-2, and there is really the order of which you get these things doesn't really matter, because at this point here with the 2 bloonchippers at the beginning of the track, you should really be destroying the balloons, the waves. Here we go. And the key round is round 54. Round 54 is where, you know, the luck sometimes kicks in, or when you're very unlucky. It depends. And if you get enough cash, as it is in this case, I got a 2-3 village, and I'm gonna start placing an ace here. Remember, the ace The aces are better when they're placed far away from the beginning of the track. And I would be needing anyways an ace for round 63, so for the mob rushes. So if I can get an ace there, you know, and maybe another one like here in range of the village, that would be awesome. But here we go, round 54. This is another round where things can go very wrong. So always be ready to use a super monkey storm. And, you know, pray that the bloonchippers, the mobs, you know, the bomb, the ninja can really get through every bloon. Oh, well, it seemed I could, so that's nice. So, yeah, the top side, I'm destroying the top side a lot faster than the bottom side because I have the two ice towers there are closer to the top side. So now, for this ace here, is going to be very important to get at least a village there to lower the cost of the upgrades. Otherwise, the last upgrade is going to be very expensive, and you not really need to have something that costs so much, you know? There is a bit of lag, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is surviving the rounds. So here, for example, a Moab passing through, just click on the Super Monkey Storms and use them. You know, as you saw there, randomly a Moab passing through. You know, sometimes I can't explain myself, but that happens. And yeah, so there's nothing really I can do about it. So yeah, just go forward here. Don't bother about these rounds. Just focus on trying to get this Spectre, so the 4-0 ace, as fast as you can, because once you get the 4-0 ace, everything becomes smoother and you can start going through the rounds faster, you know, without worrying about some random mob like it was for round 55 passing through. And after you get the 4-0 ace, it's time to place more bloonchippers, of course. But after that, really, it's just a matter of getting more aces, getting some super monkeys, and you're fine. So here we go. I finally got the ace. I'm gonna get this village here to 1, so I get extra attack speed and extra popping power from this ace. But this is, after you get the 4-0 ace, is where the relax comes in. You know, you have survived the hard part of the gameplay. Now it only comes to, you know, defend and complete everything. So just get sell the turtles, sell the dark monkeys. They have accomplished their mission, and get another bloonchipper in the top side and in the bottom side. I recommend getting the first bloonchipper for round 60 in the top side first, because the Zomagad is gonna come out from the path. So it's better to have 3 bloonchippers already in the top side. So this is the only exception to the rule. Get the bloonchippers upgraded first in the bottom side. The only real exception, you know. And that's another one there in the bottom side. Here we go. So now 3 bloonchippers for each path, plus a 4-0 ace. So really a ton of damage here going on. And you can already start, you know, if you want to, you can also place here where you pleased start building another ace, 4-0. Because for round 63, so for the mob rushes, you would have already a 4-0 ace, so it doesn't really matter if you can't upgrade this one fast enough, you know. And yeah, that's cool. So as you see, guys, the key factor here is the factory, is getting the factory fast enough so you can, you know, get the towers, get more upgrades, and also very important, switching after round 37, exiting, switching to the bloonchippers special building, and then continuing. So this is round 63, another round where you may be better if you have your finger placed on the super monkey storms, you know, in case sometimes it goes smooth like here, some other times it goes bad. In case some balloons pass, you know, you have the save button, that are the super monkey storms. So, you know, just in case, get into the window where you can use them. And that is the last mob rush for round 63. A bit of lag here from the 2 thrace tower procs, but it doesn't really matter. The important thing is surviving. And so this gameplay here went even smoother than what I expected. I only used one super monkey storm, so that's very nice, you know. And this should be here enough cash for another 4-0 ace here. Nice. So I got 2 4-0 aces. And yeah, so after this, really, you should be relatively good until the end. So you can survive with this setup. So with 2 specters, maybe getting 1 more bloonchipper for in each rock there in the top and bot side. But really, you shouldn't be having any trouble, especially with the Oh My Gods later on. So yeah, pretty definitely a better gameplay here, and I think 300 monkey money total used, because I used only one super monkey storm, or maybe 250. Yeah, even better. So in this case here, in the rock, I'm gonna get another bloonchipper here. It doesn't matter if these bloonchippers are outside the range of, you know, any village. The important thing is that these bloonchippers are close to the beginning of the track. That's why I'm building them on those rocks, and that's why those rocks are so important for the gameplay. Those rocks where I placed the tortoise and the dot monkeys and the first bloonchippers, because they're so close to the beginning of the track that you're gonna start sucking the balloons and damaging them as soon as they come out, you know. Sadly here there is no room. Okay, so there is no room, so I think I may just go with the bloonchipper here. And yeah, so as you see, I changed it completely, you know, my gameplay. Only 3 farms, only 1 factory, you know, using using bloonchippers. But at the end it worked out. And the important thing, as always, is like surviving the key rounds, being always prepared, you know, to use rod spikes, or to use, in this case, super monkey storms if the things are pretty bad. But other than that, you know, it's just knowing what to do, what to build, what towers placed, and then yeah. So I'm gonna start going faster here through these rounds. I'm gonna get a very nice Sangat there on top of the pontoon, so it's gonna get its range increased by a ton. As you can see here, the range very, very big. And it's just, you know, getting through the rounds now, getting this Sangat. Maybe I'll get another, I can sell the this this factory here to get another ace. And maybe some snipers, you know, for the very last rounds. But that should be good. And yeah, so that's cool. I'm pretty happy of this strategy that I have come up with. You know, it requires a lot of knowledge about the game, about the special buildings, about the pro special agents. about selling, but it's really worth it, and I'm really proud of this, of having come up with a strategy, you know, to complete this track that already in Impoppable is pretty hard, but in mastery mode is like 10 times harder, maybe even more, you know. This track is harder than some advanced and expert tracks, so really the hardness is high, the toughness. So let me just recap here how much cash, how much monkey money did I use for this gameplay here. So I used one banana farmer, so that's 40 cash. Then I used one pontoon, another 40, well, not 40 cash, 40 monkey money. So 40 farmer, 40 the pontoon, so 80 monkey money. Then 2 turtles, that's 170 monkey money. So 250 monkey money plus one super monkey storm used, so 300. So in total I used 300 monkey money, you know, for the special agent. But you know, I got the little, the last special agent that I could. You know, the turtles, I got only 2. I could have got like 4 of them, and of course that would have been better. But you know, I tried to take this, to use the fewest special agents possible, and that's really why one pontoon, one farmer, and only 2 turtles. Using the dot monkeys and bloonchippers special building, exploiting the selling with sell price from the lab upgrades, and yeah, that's all I really did. And yeah, I'm pretty proud, you know, of having completed this track without using an injection, for example, or without having used premiums or any stuff like that. And it was tough, you know, as you saw there. I was very cautious about the rounds. I went slowly, but you know, slowly and steady, you get really further. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty proud of this strategy. So I got the sun god there. Let's see what other tower can I get. Probably I can get another like ace somewhere. Or let's see here if I can get. Probably not, because there isn't enough room there for 2 super monkeys. Actually, let's get also another ace down there. So I'm gonna get a total of 4. Why not, you know? Before selling the factory. I'm trying to save this factory as long as I can, so that I can really get the maximum amount of cash from it possible. Even though there is some lag here, I don't really care about the lag. There's another mob rush round. There is one at the beginning, then there is like one oh my god, and then there is another one at the end, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, to one village there, also for the bottom right ace. And probably now I'll keep these towers here until round probably like 83. Then for round 84 there's gonna be the round with most Zomegods and most BFBs. I'm gonna sell the factory. I'm gonna get another 4-0 ace, and probably I'm gonna get also 2 snipers 4-0 and 4-1. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough cash, but there is still that monkey there, 0-0, attacking the blues. So nice. Because I got these dark monkeys for free from the special building. I can't even sell them for cash. As you see, it gives me 0 cash if I sell it, so I just keep it there. Four bloonchippers are enough for each path, because remember that when there are more paths from where the balloons come, the amount of balloons is gonna get splitted, so divided per the amount of how many paths there are. So for example, if there are 2 paths, the amount of balloons that are gonna come out from each single path is gonna be half the total amount of balloons, and so on. So 4 bloonchippers for each path is gonna be 8 bloonchippers in total. So that's a more than enough. That's a number more than enough, to hold them. And I still got the special building going on. So every BFB, every mob that gets speeded on back again on track gets briefly slowed. So that's even more CC for the aces to finish them off. Round 81 here, I think there are 9 Zomagods this round. Then round 82, 10 Zomagods and 400 Camo Ceramics. I have the rounds written down here. And then round 84 is where before round 84 is where I'm gonna just pause a bit the game. I'm gonna sell the factory, get the last towers for the hardest round, and I will be good to go. Yeah, probably I'll have enough cash here to get 1 4-0 ace and 2 snipers. So yeah, I hope you guys also could enjoy this strategy here for this very hard track. I hope you guys will be able to use this strategy, as well. If you don't have the special agents yet to pro, the pro unlocked, don't worry. Just play, other tracks, get some monkey money, place those special agents, get them to pro, and then do this track. There isn't really anything to worry about. Okay, round 83 has started, so I'm gonna just pause after the end of this round here. I know that this video is gonna be very long, but I'm proud of this strategy, and I really wanted to explain it in every single detail, so that you guys could follow it, could understand it, and could maybe get a better understanding of the game, how selling works, how the rounds work, and yeah. So I don't care if you wanna place these videos, in faster reproduction, so going faster, just do it. It's fine for me. Sadly, the phone also lags a bit, as you see, so the video becomes even longer because of the lag. But it's all right. Just the fact that I could survive this track in Impoppable in mastery mode without using, for example, injections, or without using a ton of super monkey storms is very, very nice. Okay, so here we go. The last bit of the gameplay here, getting another 4-0 ace. selling the factory and getting, let's see how many snipers can I get here. So I'm gonna get 2 in range of the village, 1 for 0 and the other 1 for 1. And I have still some cash, so let's place, I don't know, maybe I can get 1 sniper. Yeah, 1 sniper for 0 outside the range of any village. And let's start here, round 84, the hardest round in the game. Probably because I have the bloonchippers, the snipers are not gonna be so effective, you know, at crippling the zombie guts, but I really don't care about it. I had some cash, I wanted to use it, and I think this is the best way to use it. You could also, you know, get the 2-3 ice tower, getting it 2-4, so you can also have the activated ability, you know, to slow the balloons down like that for a period of time. There are a lot of things that I didn't finish upgrading, but I think it's really not needed to upgrade them. Here we go, round 84 is almost over. We survived the horde of Zomagots and BFBs, and now just round 85 pretty easily actually compared to around 84. Only 5 Zomagots, so that is gonna be very easy for the bloonchippers and the aces to deal with. Here we go, last round of this very long but satisfactory gameplay. And as always, I hope you guys could really enjoy this despite the length of the video. I hope you could follow it and you really enjoyed it, and you can use it, you know, you can use this strategy too to complete this track like this. And here we go. So see ya, bye bye.